You are listening to the first episode of the PWYouthCast. Please enjoy.
Hi, everybody. I am Trey Sanders. I'm a senior at Park Hill, and I'm on the youth leadership team.
Hi, I'm Owen. Also, Owen Mustang. Blech. I'm also from Park Hill, and I'm also a senior, and I'm also on the youth leadership team.
Yep. Today we're going to be talking to you guys about stress, but before we get into that, we're going to do a little game. It's called Build a Story. How it works is we each just take turns saying a word, and we bounce back and forth between each other. You guys can play it if you want to, but we'll just be going back and forth to try and see what we got out of it.
Yeah.
So we can start this out with, you can start, just say any word you want.
All right. Once
Upon
a time,
time
there
was
a
football,
and
it
went
to
Mexico.
for
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one. For vacation.
and
It
enjoyed
having
beach
ball.
enjoyed having beach ball. Okay.
It's still working.
Games,
And
fun,
with
people.
yes.
Okay, so that's one story that was really loose and just kind of weird.
Alright.
You can start the next one again.
Why
if
don't
want.
you do?
Okay. There
Was
a
man
who
went
to
the office. The
office
yep. To
buy.
paper.
I knew you were gonna go that way. And
ate.
pretzels.
Nice. This
Man
had
a
name
of
Michael.
Gary.
Michael Gary, yes. Yeah. And
Stanley.
oh, I thought I know exactly where this is now going. I totally blanked out stuff. Also
Had
pretzels.
that
I could have said, you know what? I would change that. I'm gonna say chili.
chili. Oh yes, Kevin's chili. Okay,
Kevin's
so that one
chili.
was more the office based, but you kind of
Yeah.
get the gist of the game. It's just something to mess around with. Since we can't really do interactive games, that's something
Yeah.
we came up with. But yeah, so that's our short little game. We can also do some good news segments. So what's been coming up lately
Yeah.
in the entertainment industry, Owen?
And I will start it over here. So, some good news that happened. Mandalorian Season 2 is coming out on October 30th. I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite shows on Disney Plus right now. And if you have not gone on it, watch it. This is kind of a demand. You should watch it. Because it's all the hype. That felt very cringy. But, doesn't matter. Some more good news is Stranger Things Season 4 is also resuming production, and hopefully we'll be getting it very soon. And then, for all you Spider-Man fans or Marvel fans, you probably ever heard the news, but if not, Jamie Foxx is coming back for Electro, to play Electro, which opens up the multiverse for Marvel. Now, any sports news, Trey?
Well, also don't forget that the new.
This is Owen Mustang. I'm editing the video right now. And we recorded this earlier this past week. So just ignore this part.
That's okay.
Alright, back to the
And
podcast.
there's also the Chiefs won. They beat the Patriots. Yes, on Monday. Yes, that's the day.
Yes.
They beat the Patriots on Monday, even with the absence of Cam Newton.
And Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, Tom Brady's been long gone, but yeah, no, Cam Newton had corona, but we still pulled through and won. It was pretty close.
It was
3-6 for a while until that last half, and then they got really nice touchdown and then a pick six right back to back. So it ended up being a pretty entertaining game if you stayed and watched. So that's really it for some good news.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if there's any others, and I can't, but that's for some good news.
All right, Owen, so what has stressed you out lately?
I think the most thing that stressed me out is the ACT.
Yes. How do you think we took all the seniors at Park Hill and Park Hill South
And lead.
took the ACT on Tuesday, so that was very stressful.
Very stressful.
It definitely is a big impact on what gets you into college.
Yes.
Which is a lot of things that most teenagers stress out about in high school, is trying to figure out what colleges they're going to and really just what their future is going to be overall. So, but you think you did well on the ACT?
I think I did. I mean, for controversy-wise, we cannot talk about.
Yes, we cannot talk about it.
But we can just talk about that we hopefully felt like we did good. And
Yes.
I think I did. I mean, there was one thing that I was very stressed about, but it's just, you gotta prepare yourself for that, and you may be stressed, but I think something that you can do to de-stress about that is either practice on like test taking, or mostly just do what you would normally do on a normal day, because that's what I did. I just woke up at the normal time I wake up at, went and ate breakfast, and then basically went to school. Basically acted like it was a normal day, and that
Keeping a routine, for
if
sure.
you keep a routine it isn't gonna make you as stressed out. I mean, I was still kind of stressed, but I wasn't as stressed as I would have been.
Yeah. Speaking of de-stressing, what are some other things that you'll do to kind of prevent stress from getting to you and just in day-to-day problems in life?
I think one thing that I'm in day-to-day lives of de-stressing, I think something that would help out is just do the things that you really like. And I mean, if you are really stressed, if you need one way I de-stress is to basically just reach out to my friends and just say, can we hang out or talk, and just de-stress like that, because once you do that, you can just basically not care, just have a moment of just, you know what, I'm carefree, I'm okay.
Yeah, I completely understand. I also hang out with friends whenever I get stressed out. I typically don't get stressed out too much. I just have tried to learn to not let things get to me, which is hard for a lot of people to do. But if I ever do get to that point, I think going to the gym is also a very good coping mechanism for me, at least. Just to go out and break a sweat, go on a run, anything really is a good strategy for that stuff. But also hanging out with friends, like you said, just taking a minute to breathe and think about your day. Think about all the good things and positive things that have been happening are definitely really good things good strategies to cope with stress. But how do you think God helps us when we experience these stressful moments in our life?
I think God helps us out in these stressful times with just mostly. That's a very interesting question. I mean, for me personally, I think that God is helping out with either de-stressing my way is probably I haven't had this kind of moment, but I feel like if God somehow, if you can hear him, or when you're praying or when you're reading the Bible and you see a certain verse in there that is related to what you're doing, I think that might be a way of how God is trying to help you de-stress with that, because it can, I mean, when you're stressed, you may not think, oh, I should go and read the Bible, but I mean, if you feel like you need to just get God's advice, maybe there's you just flip to a certain verse and you look at it, could be all God's plan of just this is a verse that could be totally related to you, and hopefully it will de-stress you. Is there anything that God, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, coming to church and just being social, like we were talking about earlier with friends, just coming here and hanging out with everybody, being in this positive environment rather than, because obviously there's some bad things that happen at school. So this is a friendly environment that we can all socialize and just have a good time with. I think that's just like a really key thing.
Yeah.
And like whenever you're and we're in the test room when we're taking the ACT, just like him there over you, just like that sense of like assurance that he's there with you in that moment. There's no need to worry. Just to calm down and get through each question and just things like that. Just knowing that he's there is definitely a way to help with stress and everything. But yeah, that's our little excerpt on stress.
On stress, yeah.
Yeah. So
Anything?
yeah. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
I think that's all we have for. Thanks for listening or watching if you're watching on the video podcast. But also thank you for listening to this podcast because this is our first one. This is our first one. This is something new. Hopefully you guys will like it. We're trying it out and I think it's gonna work. But
again, I'm Trey. I'm also a senior, so if you need anything, let me know.
And I'm also Owen. And if you need to talk to me at all or just let me know. Let any of us on leadership know if you have any ideas for future projects.
Or just any questions in general. So.
Yep.
Podcast episodes. Is there anything you want us to talk about?
If you have any ideas for podcasts, like today was about stress, but if you have any other day-to-day issues or anything like that, send them to us and we'll
go on Instagram. PW Youth Instagram page. There should be a Instagram kind of question Q&A where you can put in your questions and we will try and answer them on the next podcast episode. All right.
That is all.
See ya.